Alright, so supposedly Microsoft is supporting the Xbox 360 for another 3 years into 2016. But before we get to this video, here's the question of the day. Alright, so basically, marketing executive Yusuf Mehdi has said that Microsoft is planning to put out at least 100 games in the next 3 years supporting the Xbox 360. That's right. Well, at least into 2016. Okay, let me try to just break it down, and let's look at everything in these comments, and let's actually look at it through a silver lining. Read between the lines of what these people say. His exact comments is, if you look at the 360, that platform lasted for 7 to 8 years, and it's going to go for another 3 years. It's incredibly profitable now in the tail, which I agree with. It sold many copies, I should say units. It's a high-selling system, and it is very profitable. It's definitely the most successful console that Microsoft's put out, and they make a lot of money off of it. So that makes sense. He also explained that we're going to continue to invest in 360, and the two devices, the Xbox One and the 360, can work in concert. We'll continue to support it. In fact, we're going to ship over 100 new games for the 360, so you'll be able to still play your games, just not on the same exact box. Okay, let's look at the type of games we can expect in the next 3 years. If this is true, which I'm assuming it is. I'm gonna trust Microsoft on this. The main problem is that it's not gonna be 100 games. I guarantee it won't be 100 games. It's probably gonna be less than that. Because, games get cancelled, or, release dates, and these games aren't even announced. Like, what games is he talking about? There's a few games that's set to be released for the 360. We know about it. I guess, Watch Dogs, certain titles like that, Call of Duty, those type of games. But 100 over the next 3 years is a little kind of, it's a little much. It's almost unbelievable. It's almost unrealistic, because you have the Xbox One, you'd think that Microsoft would actually focus on that system a lot more. Instead of putting those 100 games or whatever it is on the 360, assuming that some of those are going to be exclusives or brand new games, I'm just going to expect it to be an Xbox One focused company, because you're going to have to focus on the new system. You can't really focus on the older one. And the only games that I can see coming out for the Xbox 360 now, going into the next generation, is the multiplats and ports of current games. So it's going to be, lesser ports, games like that, sports titles, whether it's EA or whatever other company, they're going to have these multi-plat games where the next gen, aka going to be the current gen, the Xbox One, PS4 ports are going to be the best versions, and then you're going to have the lesser downgraded versions, the lesser, not as good versions, 360, maybe PS3, whatever, Wii U even. So these multi-plats we can expect. That's understandable. And the money is, it's there, the profit, because it's going to sell on those high-selling systems. It's just like with the PS2 back then, 7 or 8 years ago. Hell, fuck that. Like, current modern time with the PS2. It's still putting out games, I believe, so that's fucking insane. It's kind of bizarre, and the whole devices can work together in concert. It's gonna be some sort of gimmick or some kind of thing. I don't even believe in that. They haven't announced anything regarding that. It might be some kind of, I don't even know how that's gonna work. The two devices can work in concert. Like, I don't know, you can have some features in the 360 and maybe you can port it over to the Xbox One. I don't know. Maybe you can have some sort of cross generation trading, in like maybe characters or inventory type of thing, exchanging you know, maybe artifacts in the game and like, you know, weapons or something, accessories type of thing. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. But 100 games, I mean, and it's not going to be like the ratio of every year. It's going to be like 33 or, you know, 30 something games, where every single year, 2014 30 something games, 2015 30 something games, 2016 30 something games. I don't see, that's not even going to happen. If it is 100 games or so, the first year, 2014, you can guarantee is going to have way more fucking games in 2014 than 2015. 2015 is going to be less than 2014, but even fewer as the fucking years go by. So by 2016, you're probably going to see only like 5 or even less, like 2 games come out that year, because it's just going to be a lot more rare to find any kind of new releases for the 360. Less frequent releases, because by 2016 they would have fucking phased out the 360. Certainly by 2015 you'll see this thing fucking really go, yeah, like extinct. Just like with the PS2 in around 2008, 2009, even I would say 2010. I should say, yeah, because that's the 10-year mark, and then you hit that decade mark in a console's lifespan. That's an aging system. That's on its last legs. It's pretty much done. Alright, so I mean, it's very similar to the Sony thing. You know, I think Sony announced that they'll support PS3 as far as like 2015, so, which is understandable, but I mean, come on, 2016, if you still have a 360 in 2016 and you don't have an Xbox One or a PS4 or something, it's gonna be really kind of weird, you know, just being in that time where you're getting these less than stellar ports, you know, you're getting these crappier versions of current gen games. And the 360 is on its way out. I mean, I love the 360. It's a great system, but I think its glory years and its best games, aside from games like GTA 5 and Watch Dogs and these, you know, Titanfall, all these upcoming games, 2014 is going to be its final standout year as far as having any amazing games. And here's the answer to the question of the day.